Speed, coke, and weed. Speed, coke, and weed. Dope is all you need to go flying high through the sky by yourself. Smoke is okie doke, but if you want to go for broke, THC will really put you into orbit. Sniff is a gift, but if you take too many hits, you'll get your nose and your mind blown for it. With booze you can't lose, though if it's consciousness you choose, wine and beer will keep you here longer. Glue will get next to you, so if it's downs that you gotta do, them ludes will at least make you feel stronger. Now don't get me wrong, I do get high, but I keep on remembering that my feet are on the ground, and always being stoned ain't nowhere. Skag is a drag, so put a little speed into your bag, and you're sure to be a very hyper fellow. Dust is a must, if in acid you don't trust, cause your aim is just to keep yourself mellow. Mellow, mellow, mellow. Heroin, my love, take me to that place I ain't got guts enough to go, where I can be happy being me, easily. Speed, dope, weed, dope, 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 dope. Hustling Jones Moan. When I hop up in the morning, I gotta have a new scheme on my mind. Then I hurry up and dress for the action, hoping I'll really get myself off this time. Got to get my smile together so folks will believe my scam. And then they won't be able to see how really uptight I am. As I go through my usual motions, how smooth I must appear. And little do they realize what's really happening here. But even if the chumps make a momentary fat rat out of me, somehow I really don't give a fuck. Cause way deep down inside myself, I know that I really suck. So at game's end, I gotta get real drunk to help sleep control my eyes. But wait a second, I mean even the chumps can sleep peacefully. So then why, oh why the fuck can't I? Tender trick. The worst thing you can do is pull someone off the shelf and try to love them when they don't love themselves. They're usually hard to spot because they tend to have the game down pat, always seemingly cheerful, but with the eyes of a jungle cat. The only real way to tell is to hang with them for a while. Then you begin to feel the anger behind their sunny smile. The past has done them dirty, that's what their record will say. But instead of learning and growing from this, they continue to let that sad song play. They'll seem to be very submissive and do almost anything you want, but they'll play froggy in a second, and for a long time your mind they will haunt. To try and love them is foolish, will put you right out of the race, cause they'll ask themselves, how can I be loved when I can't stand what's behind my own face? So real love for them is impossible. Indeed, it can't make any sense, cause they're so hung up on the record that they're always living in the past and tense. The pimps and the players see through their act real quick, cause deep inside all hustlers are family, and it's only themselves they can't seem to lick. So on through life they keep hopping, frantically trying to feed that ghost inside their brain, while all the while, there lies the answer, cause nothing else can really stop their pain. And that includes cocaine. Crackdown. Life damn sure ain't been rosy. I mean, I can't seem to escape this frown when I try to act real happy. I can't stop others from bringing me down. I used to drink to forget my problems, but I always ended up in a drunken heap. And smoke picked me up for a minute and then put me right to sleep. Heroin is not my salvation, since needles scare the shit out of me. So coke just had to be my answer, even though I don't make that kind of money. Then some friends laid crack on me, and at last my answer has been found. It's cheap and the high is dynamite, but it's got a motherfucker of a down. So here I sit in my local crack house, and to the pipe in my hand I pray. I'll do anything, including kill, to keep you filled, as long as you'll keep that down. Away! Pimpin', watching my bitches hustle their asses off for my daily bread. Ah, the beauty of pimpin', dressing like a fucking king and driving the best wheels around. Ah, the glory of pimpin'. Get on my pimpin' train, mama, mama, mama. Kiss my ass and make it fast. I say get on my pimpin' train, baby, baby, baby. Go out and suck and fuck a dick and make it quick. Cause money is what I need and you gon' get it from me. Cause that's the way it is, mama, mama, mama. Baby, baby, baby. Bitch, bitch, bitch. Last week I had to bust my best hoe's jaw to get my money right, but them's the dudes of pimpin'. But you can't trust them dirty hoes, and you really can't trust anyone or anything but the bucks. Them's the rules of pimpin'. And I got to spend lots of them on threads and coke to keep up my front of manhood, since smoke ain't rich enough and I gotta stay high. And I can't let no bitch get too close, cause that might blow my game. So I'm mean and I'm fly, and I'll be pimpin' till I die. Till I die? I ain't growing old. I party heavily all the time. Don't give myself no rest. But I just might be missing something, even if I'm not at my best. Some of the shit I do may even make you think I'm cold. But the meaning of my style is that I ain't never growing old. I play selfishness on the hard side, doing all the things I think will get me off. But I'll change my mind in a minute if I start getting bored with my own stuff. I can be a devil or an angel, depending on what I want to do. So never bet on me, baby, cause I damn sure can't be true to you. I'm on a roll of my own, and no one's gonna stop my bop. You get anywhere near serious, and I will start the hip-hop. Cause while we're getting all heavy, life is passing on by. So why hang myself up when I know that there's somewhere else to fly? And then one day, my hard game backfired on me, and I did something really gross. Some fool stood up to me, and I had to make him do the ghost. Now I'm strapped here in this electric chair, but you know I was bold. And I was right all the while, cause now I ain't gonna get old. Trendmaster. I must be expressing the moment. Gotta always look like now, so I can go anywhere I wanna, and everyone will say, wow. All the ladies will demand me, and who am I to refuse? So I can rap and boogie all night long, and when it's over, I don't even have to choose. When I take my latest sweetie home, we'll head straight for the sack. And when I get tired of her, I don't even have to look back. Though when I'm alone at home, I'm really nowhere near sublime. Cause I know that I'm just a selfish fool, and that I'm just wasting my time. but I'm caught in the cycle of popularity, and the rewards are hard to break away from. And really being myself with someone else makes me shiver, and then it makes me numb. So I continue with my bullshit, cause I've got no real song to sing. And I'm sure that I'll be happy, since I'll make everyone a thing. Barmaid Blues. I got me this gig at this cool bar downtown, just to serve drinks, no fooling around. When I get the game down pat, I'm sure I'll do all right, cause I got my smarts together and I'm used to partying all night. After a week behind the stick, how sweet this is gonna be. I'm given a whole bunch of money and I'm the life of the party. I've got to watch some of my customers, but this is all just an act. So when the night's over, I can leave without looking back. There are a couple of guys there who'll be giving me that mellow eye. I'm sure they're not pimps, and the talking makes the time fly by. But when they start getting serious, I begin to act uptight, cause I want to keep things real, mellow, and light. My boss has laid the word on me, so I know what the deal is all about. Them dudes are just trying to make me, to give them that old lover's clout, especially since they keep roaming after every new girl, like I'm suddenly old hat, and they're a brand new world. So I'll just tighten up my game, aiming for an academy, and soon, no matter how hard you look, you'll never see me. But then I begin to see the heaviness of it all. Seems like I can still have fun, but I can't have a ball, cause I gotta keep all these folks almost satisfied, so they'll come back tomorrow and drink on my side. From there on, it's been all downhill. I plan to save the money, but I just can't sit still. I started going out and in with some of the regular guys, not because I like them so much, but I'm so lonely I could cry. The booze I'm here selling has become my main man, and lately I've been getting so high that I can hardly stand. Here comes a new customer, so let me stumble on over before he sees how high I am, and serve him with a smile, even though I really don't give a damn. Ode to a synchronized melody. Everything's gotta be just right. I mean, like in its place, you know? And then you wonder why it's so damn hard for you to really grow. Never trusting your gut feelings, taking your direction from the majority's rule. But you always end up paying those easy dues and getting treated just like another fool. Your motivation comes from without. If it's supposed to be hip, it's just gotta be right. And there you sit, the hippest thing anywhere, intensely doing another boring night. And then as you pass that middle age, one wing gains the controls, and you're soon cursing damn near everyone if their rock ain't in your robe. But when you try to hit the pillow, you're at the wall with all 10 claws. Now, please don't blame the world for this, 'cause all the fault is yours. The Princess Trap. Those Jewish American princesses are an accepted fact, always smiling and seemingly happy, but it's all just a scheming act. In my stroll through life, I found that it isn't just the Jap. Sadly, there are few things as universal as the Princess Trap. A moving painting is what you must be all the time, always charming and articulate, but nowhere near sublime. Always keeping a certain distance, trying to make that pedestal real. But there you can't flow freely, since too often you've got to block how you feel. Your goal is a rich man, nothing less will do. So many are left in the dust who really interest you. And when you finally score, true peace doesn't begin, since all you have is a provider, and what you really need is a friend. So you soon find yourself constantly shopping, because what's beautiful now is soon out of style. But you can spend money like water, so why not really go hog wild? Though in your heart of hearts nothing is happening, and where you're at nothing really can, since you've allowed your game to control you. So everything has to go according to that ancient plan. But those are the dues of security hoarding. You get everything you want, but you also get lots of boredom. And when you really feel down and try to break the game and share, you find you're treated like a stranger and there is no one else there. And at the end of that lonely road, which for you has become a highway of hells, you might just reflect and then weakly scream, "Damn it, I've been living my whole life for everybody else." Machonest. I'm so slick, I'm so fly, life for me is a breeze. I look so together, I make the chippies' knees freeze. I may sound conceited, but I must confess, I get off on my machoness. Whatever happens, I gotta be strong. I must be the winner even when I'm wrong. Can't let no one get too close, my weak spots they'll never guess. At all costs, I must protect my machoness. Now and then I see the dude who doesn't have to give no jive, who's just the way he is and happy he's alive. But I figure that dude must be a faggot on a spree. Who cares if the motherfucker's free? Not me. I can't show no real emotion. Damn sure can't ever cry. And that's rough on my nerves as the years go by. But I'll keep playing on my strengths until I reach my final rest. 'Cause I'm caught in my macho nest. Does it explode? Just when you think that things are cool, life begins to treat you just like a fool. Things suddenly fuck up, chaos supremely reigns, and this shit almost drives you to insane. But the way to always stay on top is to bless the fact that it don't stop. You're still alive and that's what counts. That bottom line should give your step a little bounce. After all, no matter what you say or what you try to do, most of the time, you don't control life, it controls you. So do it real until the end, and hope it don't fuck you up too much again. Coming home to the Roost, coming home. Big bad dope dealer making all that dust comes home to find his bad pads stripped by the same kind of desperate people he's glad to create and profit off of. Coming home to the Roost, coming home. Mean politicians screaming law and order, damning sex and free thought that ain't his. Comes home to find his son nodding out while his daughter is screwing some prick in his safe and fancy bed. Both of them trying to get into that parts of life that their parents' strict rules won't even consider. Coming home to the Roost, coming home. Like the whore who just deals with her sexual head for the buck, finding out that happiness is just a momentary thing for her, and that love is practically impossible, since she's on her acting ass all the time. Or her John, who might just be that mean vote getter, scoring all of those bucks at the price of his soul, having to spend lots of it to find that warmth and freeness he can't have at home, thanks to his icebox wife and those rules. When will people learn that if they simply use others to get over, the price they're gonna pay will make bum trips out of all their fun. And that even castles won't keep them cool, since nobody is just an island. And when it comes to call on a phony roost, that chicken turns into a vulture. Truth dues. The truth may make you free, but first it will make you miserable. Damn, 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 I was wrong. Chains, chains, chains. If you can handle and grow through the misery, you've got freedom. If not, the truth will only make you mad. Negative swing. Always looking for a positive angle may seem like a pretty cool thing to do, but life ain't nearly all mellow, and if you don't watch out, the shit'll sneak right on up on you. Smiling and giggling all the damn time, and then wham, your whole world falls through. But you're just scheming and dreaming selfishly, so no wonder you're blue. Now if you really want to walk togetherly, you've got to give the shit its due. Then you'll develop a more careful stride, and life will feel much realer, too. Gain. There is no real gain without pain, 'cause unless the lesson puts your brain through some strain, that gain won't remain. That old paper chase. You seem to be always needing more money. Just a few more $100 will make everything just fine. Well, as a curse, I hope you hit the lotto big, and I think your mind will be blown by what you'll find. First, forgotten friends and relatives will come out of the woodwork, and then the taxmen and crooks will gather at your door. The streets will seem to be lined with folks with their hands out, knowing that you've got lots of what they're looking for. And that's only light side of the action, if you think those bucks will make you free. 'Cause even if you could buy the world for a moment in time, if that's all there is, you're just another sucker on a spending spree. So it might be time to put a hold on your hustle and look at what you really want to do. 'Cause all money can provide is the raw material. To really be alive is up to you. Cocaine heaven. I found my drug at last, and it's the chilliest thing around. I mean, it really picks you up, and it don't let you right down. If you get some real good shit, it'll even have you singing in the rain. I mean, I think I found heaven here with the help of cocaine. I mean, it shows you a world that you've been searching for all your life, where everything goes your way, and you can handle all the strife. I mean, the downs all fly away. Find someone else to haunt. True, mellow ain't too close either, but that ain't what I want. Then some friends laid now on me, and I'm often in outer space. The shit's sure expensive, but I just love the free bass. So when folks lay the pipe on me, I give them my biggest smile. The high's all I want, but I still got style. Then in a hot minute, that high's not the same, and I got to do more and more of it, just to really maintain. I've lost most of my buddies, but social life is such a strain when I can stay alone forever as long as I've got the cane. Now I'm living by my wits, and I don't really grieve, even though sleeping's a bitch, and I whistle when I breathe. Hustlin's my business, come on 7 or 11. Strange, I still like the high, but this damn sure ain't heaven. Hip Sister Blues. When I started out, things looked mighty fine. I was partying hardy and enjoying every bit of my time. But I forgot that nobody ever really stops paying those dues. That's why I'm caught with these Hip Sister Blues. I played with all the players, so I soon grew very tough. But then playing the life damn sure ain't no kiddie stuff. I began to look down on the lames who weren't hip to the news. Now the last laughs on me, thanks to my Hip Sister Blues. Cause in the big bad life, greed is the only rule. And getting caught anywhere near trust only makes you look just like a fool. But you need trust to be alive, a fact I caught on to sorta quick. When I started dreaming about a dude with a sickle saying, "Welcome to the clique, slick." But I bought the game, so I've gotta pay for it. I've got no real friends, and my existence ain't worth a shit. But if I ever get my ass in gear, it's life I'm gonna choose. And then I'll say, go fuck yourself to them Hip Sister Blues. Monday morning blues. Partied hardy all weekend, happy as you could be. Now it's early Monday morning, and no smile do I see. While your brain is on hold, let me hip you to the news. There ain't no sense to them Monday morning blues. Blowing damn near all your pay, trying to be slick. Well, it's 7 in the morning and you're really looking sick. Now it's time to look at living the way it really is. Cause if joy only comes on weekends, look at all the time you miss. Why don't you look inside yourself and see what you're really all about? Cause if rent is all you're doing here, you done blown your clout. And once you begin to be alive, how bright life will suddenly seem. Cause if you're always dealing with it in the future tense, life for you is just a dream. So begin to make today count. And don't be selfish while you do. Then you meet every day with a smile, and only the sky might be blue. The Schoolin Trap is seen through a hustler's eye. They think they're smarter than me. Aha, what fun this is going to be. I'll play them through a hoop, and when I'm through, they'll be hurting and I'll still be free. Now let's cool out the chili rapping and see what's really happening. Cause masked hatred tends to destroy the hater. First you play the game, then the game gets to feeling good to you. And then the game plays you. Guess who the fool really is? Cesspool. No sense in thinking about the past like it's still happening today. Cause a whole lot of new things are happening, but you ain't got no time to play. When you keep building up those downs in your own mind, the world gets very cold. And that might just mean that you're also building a cesspool in your soul. You let peer pressure control your actions. What's being said is the rule. You even hang with that bullshit when he makes you feel just like a fool. Always gotta get high to escape what's inside. But when you go to sleep, there ain't nowhere to hide. Can't get into meditation cause you really hate to be alone. So you're either worshiping the boob tube or praying to the phone. Playing smiley to the outside world, but inside you're just hanging on the shelf. I mean, no need to even think about suicide, cause you already done killed yourself. Why don't you really try to get beyond your selfishness? Cause it's you who's holding you back. Look out and see what's happening for yourself, instead of always looking for some slack. You'll see that now is all you really have, and that it's dumb to lose control. And then you might begin to drain that cesspool in your soul. Mental masturbation. If you could go back to younger years, knowing what you do now, you'd soon wind up in a nut house, and all you could say is wow. Cause the time it takes to learn this much is meant to mellow it too. So you don't run around like a fool, thinking the world belongs to you. The world doesn't belong to just one of us. We've all got our part to share. Spreading love around, offering a helping hand, really trying to show that we care. So don't submit to selfish dreams. We're all together here. Just let yourself flow naturally, cause it's life we all hold dear. Maintain your sane. If your mind takes a vacation every time you drink or sniff a puff, might just be time to really think about your style of wow, if you can mellow down and hang around long enough. Cause here and now is where it's always at, even though it might not fit the dream you want to be. And there's no sense in giving away your mind, cause then you never will be free. So just sit on down with no high in hand and try to see how you can make your dreams come true. Cause no matter how nice your trip is, it'll never be worth even the finest hacienda in Bellevue. School of the cool. Sure, things are really looking messed up. I mean, nothing seems anywhere near cool. Now don't go and blow your brains out. Think about it. You've left school. You've got no peaceful relationships. As to people just using you, there's no doubt. But when you really think about it, it's pot and kettle time. And that's the school I'm talking about. Because while you're just hanging out selfishly, thinking that life belongs to you, remember that part of the chill you're feeling comes from within, and that almost everyone else is doing that dumb dance too. Now take a peek into the crystal ball. Check out what the end will bring. Everyone caught up in their own shit, none of them doing any real thing. Now take a long, hard stare into the future, and I think you know what you'll see. A lot of folks growing old before their time, cause none of them is really free. The school I'm talking about recognizes that you've got to be true to you, but it also teaches mellow judgment, since 2 feet in one shoe won't do. This school teaches about real sharing, so that you will begin to feel how everyone has reason for their actions, and only our common ground is real. As you let these lessons grow within you, you'll find that your outlook will expand. You'll be really expressing your feelings, so you can really be and not rot where you stand. Then you see the complete horizon and all the choices that can be ahead. You'll always have to choose what you're ready to deal with, but as long as you're really choosing, until you're flower food, you'll never be dead. You've got to keep your mind growing. That is my constant rule. So if you really want to be alive, you better never leave school. Ode to a Lioness. It's a jungle out there, pretty lady, so your step had better be hip, 'cause there's a whole lot of traps just waiting for you. as quiet as it's kept. Scheming dreamers are everywhere, and their game is always the same. So as long as you walk for that pretty talk, you always will be lame. But if you can keep the center in your heart together, you'll just learn and walk on by, 'cause you'll be able to see beyond the fantasy, and you know that without depth, you really can't fly. Then you begin to think consciously about who you want to be and why you want to remove your glove. 'Cause your real stride will be inside. Then and only then will you really be ready for love. Love track. At the starting gate, the horses in this race are lust, money, communication, understanding, and trust. This is the last chance to place your bets. And they're off. Around the first turn, it's lust leading with money second and trust third, but it looks like a very close race. At the halfway mark, it's still lust leading, with trust and understanding neck and neck as money drops back. But here comes communication moving up fast. Going into the final stretch, it's trust and understanding in the lead, with communication beating off lust for third and still gaining. As we near the wire, it's trust and communication neck and neck, with understanding astride behind, and the winner is trust by a nose and a heart. Why? Shoot 'em, hang 'em, jail 'em. That seems to be our only way, since we refuse to understand what they're trying to say. So the anger will not cease, and many innocents will die, 'cause we won't respect them enough to ask why. Hatred is on the rise, the whole world round, while it's our superior positioning that makes the shit come rolling down. When the majority has to rule with their usual iron hand, soon only a small part of the minority will ask themselves and understand. The rich are in control. Now that sure sounds right, but those rich are very few, so most of us are out of sight. They say it's sad that some must starve and live out on the street, and then get righteously indignant when they have to beg and steal to sleep and eat. Drugs are called a curse, and we condemn all who use, as we wake up with our coffee and get drunk with our booze. But at work, most of us are just cogs in the machine, and little joy can we see. So we get high when we get off, to at least have the illusion of being free. We pull power trips on our loved ones, like only one of us can be right. And then we wonder about their sanity, when all they seem to do is fuss and fight. It almost seems like we only form relationships when we find someone we can rule. But few remain willing slaves forever, so our togetherness is neither real nor cool. We will all soon be standing tall, demanding others to see life the way we do. And since this is impossible, we'll also be hostile, lonely, and blue. The only way an answer will be found is to look those problems straight in the eye, and forgetting our self-created majesty, at least attempt to understand why. Fast Lane Slam Jam. I was always hanging tough on the strip, so you know I was bad. If you even looked at me wrong, I'd make sure your ass was real sad. But now here I am locked down tight in this damn slam, with nothing to do but dig on how I landed in this fucking jam. Had me this real foxy mama who made the rest of them look like boys, and she hung right at my side and never gave me a whole bunch of noise. But my game was together and life was just like a Christmas tree, so I'd roll coolly along scoring fancy things for her and me. Then one day this dude from outside hit my turf, who swore up and down he was the best thing on this earth. And his jive rap began to turn my lady's head, so I grabbed my piece and shot the motherfucker dead. Then some punk ratted on me, and he put me right into jail. My lady came to the trial, but now I don't even get no mail. And the judge almost put me into tears when he said I wouldn't see the strip for 20 years. I may still be one of the baddest dudes around, but some of these hardheads are stuck forever, so they don't care what I put down. And I've seen too many new dudes try to act the bold and end up going crazy in the fucking hole. All the girls here are boys, and all new slammers are fair game. Life is play on them with favors till they change their name. But compared to them, I got a very short time, so I'm staying straight and not fucking up my mind. I used to spend lots of time planning how I would get back, but by the time I get out of here, it'll be a whole new act. So I think I'll try to learn something new to do, and to keep my ass free, I'll make it legal too. But to all you young bad dudes out there, I just want to say that no matter how chilly your shit is, there's still a price to pay. The fast lane seems to offer big fun and riches galore, but once greed gets hold of you, you ain't nothing but another whore. And though you may rule your turf, that ain't nearly all of it. So if you don't widen your checkout counter, you soon won't have shit. Justice is a poet. Ever wonder why the prize you reap in life depends on the manner in which you sow it? You may use slick bullshit to get over on a few power trips, but all too soon everybody knows it. Playing lover night and day, scoring lay after lay, but when true love comes along, you blow it. So before selfishness causes you to want to end your life too, remember, justice is a poet. Things will always end up bad if you only play the cad, cause the world has more than enough grief to bear. So if you always hit it with that almighty shit, folks will make like you ain't even there. And when you're hanging on those ropes, asking for some help from us dopes, we won't have any sentiment to spare. Cause while you're selfishly striving and ruthlessly conniving, we've been begging you to share. But you never slow down, always had to be running around like you had to prove something, cause you've let the past put an eternal flame up your ass, so you need the outside world to give you your zing. The poetic watch you and cry, cause you're trying to die by holding on to yourself and not the phoenix's wings, as we consciously strive to be fully alive and develop a song that we all can sing. A few of us will understand you cause we know what you've been through, and we know that no one is all right or wrong. But you can only get what you need when you cut that damn greed, and from your experience, help us write that song.